DonInLondon, hello. It's the 7th of not August, where is my head? It's the 7th of September. I'm doing my daily readings for tomorrow. That'll be the 8th of September. From the AA literature, Alcoholics Anonymous, the fellowship where I go to keep my head straight. And when I can't get to meetings, I use the literature as well. So, yeah, just for today, I've just done my video and uploading it, or it's uploading now. I've spoken to somebody who's very dear to me, and they're not feeling too well, so I'm hoping they're going to have a good night. And yeah, life is as it is, but the gift is they are sober too. And you know what? We can love people in recovery, and we start to understand what love is. It is unconditional, and when we say we love somebody to them, like I love you, and they say it back, and they've been sober a while, and are not plagued by the idea of should I love them and all that sort of stuff, or all the old stuff of obsession. It's just great to know that we can love people, and it's pretty darn good. Love people for who they are, not what we think they might want from us. So, readings, and all about fellowship, all about being in recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour. So for alcohol, which is mine, or you have another one, there are plenty of fellowships out there for you if you choose. So we learn to be sober one day at a time and stay sober one day at a time. So it's always a one day time frame. And at the beginning of these videos I share the AA preamble, which is on this card, brand new one, which I got tonight. So I can give it to somebody who's just starting in recovery if I happen to bump into one. And the statement of intent about AA goes like this. Alcoholics Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. And part of the gift, I feel a bit flushed actually, being told that somebody told me they love me. And the gift is we can say it back and know what it is for ourselves, of course. We all learn love as we go, and the meaning of love changes and it deepens with time. Another part of recovery, that we know how to love, be loved, and have something useful to do, which is, I put that on my Facebook as primary purpose, if you like, to love, be loved, and have something useful to do. And that's attributed to Freud, according to a psychiatrist I know. But I think it was said centuries and centuries, or tens of thousands of years ago, by some philosopher sitting in front of a campfire in a cave, talking about how life was today, because they had to keep it in the day back then, because there were big wild animals around, and it was very immediate life, and life is immediate, and if we can stay in the moment, we have a better chance. Anyway, daily reflections. This book is a page a day, September, all about step 9. Step 9 is in this little card. Ooh, my neighbour's kicking off. Step 9, make direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. And that's the focus of September in this book. And I think my neighbour and the dogs are very upset about the death of my neighbour's partner, which happened last week, tomorrow morning. So September the 8th, Tuesday morning, or last week Tuesday morning, was a very sad day, and I was asked to help resuscitate, but it was too late. So September the 8th for tomorrow, hopefully I have a better day than last Tuesday. Well, I know I will anyway. We asked for his protection, and the his in this case is God, and for some people it's good conscience, for some people it's the wisdom that we learn through life, for some people it's a higher power, which many people, as was said tonight, is AA itself, or the people in the meetings, and the people in the meetings are the fellowship on a daily basis. So we asked his protection and care with complete abandon. I could not manage my life alone. I had tried that road and failed. My ultimate sin dragged me down to the lowest level I have ever reached, and, unable to even function, I accepted that I desperately needed help, I stopped fighting and surrendered entirely to God. Or good conscience, or the collective wisdom of mankind as civilization. Only then did I start growing. God forgave me. A higher power had to have saved me because the doctors doubted that I would survive. I have forgiven myself now, and I enjoy a freedom I never before experienced. I open my heart and mind to Him. The more I learn, the less I know. A humbling fact. The more I know, the less I know. I agree. But I sincerely wanted to keep growing. I enjoy serenity, but only when I entrust my life totally to God. As long as I am honest with myself and ask for His help, or the collective good of good conscience, I can maintain this rewarding experience. Just for today, I strive to live His will for me. Soberly, I thank God that today I can choose not to drink. Today life is beautiful. And for me, there were two chairs tonight. One, somebody who does believe in God and a higher power, and has come to understand that over the last decade. And for another person, they see AA as their higher power, and the wisdom in the rooms grows them on a daily basis. So that is bigger and better than our own wisdom. And you know, from bank manager to corporate director to person who's been homeless for many years, we're all in the same boat on the same day in the same place. And I spent many years homeless, and I spent some years in the corporate world as well. And of those two choices, I don't have to make one or other. I just have to live one day sober. And for As Bill Sees It, this one, page number 200, I think I did yesterday, so I'll move on because I forgot to put my date on it. Page 201, it talks about unlimited choice. Any number of alcoholics are bedeviled by a dire conviction that if they ever go near AA, they will be pressured to conform to some particular brand of faith or theology. They don't realise that faith is never an imperative for AA membership, that sobriety can be achieved with an easily acceptable minimum of it, and that's learning faith in doing the next right thing, and that our concepts of a higher power and God, as we understand Him, afford everyone a nearly unlimited choice of spiritual belief and action. And that's absolutely true, because you know, some people do believe in God, some people don't, and on any given day, depending on the nature of life, I could be an atheist, an agnostic, or a God believer. So God, as we understand Him, afford everyone a nearly unlimited choice of spiritual belief and action. So we learn. In talking to a prospect, stress the spiritual feature freely. If the man be agnostic or atheist, make it emphatic that he does not have to agree with your conception of God. So anything is about what we come to understand and believe for ourselves. He can choose any conception he likes, provided it makes sense to him. And it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else, and that's something which took me a long time to understand. I thought I was being pushed. The main thing is that he be willing to believe in a power greater than himself, and that he live by spiritual principles. And spiritual principles start with open, honest and willing. And the gift in open, honest and willing, which is what the 12 steps of AA are all about, it gives us food for thought on a daily basis. Books like this, which emphasise it's about choice made in the day. And, you know, I don't mind the dogs barking downstairs, and many people complained about it over the years, well, the last year or two. And when somebody's going through grief like that, the last week for them it's been terrible, and they're rationalising and putting a brave face on. And what I've learned in sobriety is, you know, brave facing is covering up the fear of what has happened and the truth of now. And these days, and when I'm listening to the chairs tonight, people talked about the fear that they had which kept them drinking, because giving it up meant that they had to deal with real life on life's terms. So the gift is, with fellowship, with wisdom learned, we learn and understand how to deal with the good and bad, or the joyful and sad of life, just as it is. And, you know, at the start of this video, somebody said they love me tonight, and that's great. It doesn't mean anything more than that. It means they love me, and I can love them back. And we both have useful things to do. So when I say the serenity prayer, always to God or good conscience or whatever it is that I come to believe on a daily basis, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom always to learn the difference. And it is just for today.